Billionaire Vivek Ramaswamy was the dark horse in the race for US president last year. He, of course, folded his campaign to endorse Donald Trump for president. Now, after Donald Trump's emphatic victory on the 5th of November last year, Ramaswamy was appointed to the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, with another billionaire, Elon Musk. But strangely, within hours of Trump's swearing in, Ramaswamy has exited the administration. He says he now plans to run for governor of Ohio. But we are decoding his next moves here on the News9 Plus show. Is there more than meets the eye? Joining me are Ambassador Das Gupta, Pramit Pal Chaudhary, and in the studio, I have with me my colleague Justin Thomas, who's closely tracked Vivek's campaign. Justin, what exactly explains Vivek Ramaswamy's quick haste? I mean, he was out of the White House and before you could say dodge.
Exactly. So, I believe there's a lot of factors that's running against him. One is obviously that if you have noticed his White House campaign it was derailed because the Republicans loved him, but I think at the end of the day, it was his heritage that worked against him.
Right.
Especially for the very right voters.
The MAGA right.
The MAGA right. They didn't really appreciate him.
Yes.
And that was further complicated when after Trump won, he talked about the H-1B visa, where he said...
This is that famous tweet of his in December.
Mediocre, that kind of quality of people.
Yeah.
That
mediocre,
alienated it. And also a lot of cultural
references
that he brought in there, Sandeep, where he talked about the prom queen being, getting
over the
maths
Olympian.
So the state that he's from, that Ohio, which he's eventually planning to run from, has a very lot of grassroots, that kind of voters out there.
Right.
So Dodge already he was challenged, which Trump's lot of supporters spoke out against him. That Trump couldn't really push too hard against him because that's a core voter base.
Yes.
And it's not that as if he couldn't handle Doge along with while he's campaigning, because the other guy is already running a big company, so he's also looking at Doge. So that is not. I think it has to do with his heritage and all what he has said in the past few months.
Absolutely, history is catching up.
Against him.
It is catching up with him indeed, and it could possibly be that that tweet that he made. But Ambassador Das Gupta, there's that Chinese proverb that one mountain can't accommodate two lions. So you already have Elon Musk there in Dodge. So is Vivek Ramaswamy the casualty of that very, very headstrong Elon Musk-led Dodge?
Well, Elon Musk is supposed to have contributed about $230 million to the president's campaign funds.
Yes.
He has I think he's much closer to President Trump, especially in the past few months or so, than Vivek Ramaswamy. But President Trump had respect for Vivek Ramaswamy. That is why he had made him co-chair of this DOGE.
Yes.
Now, the whole thing is that Vivek Ramaswamy first tried to get the Senate seat vacated by Vice President Vance.
Yes.
But that was given by the Ohio governor to the Lieutenant Governor, I think, John Husted.
Yes.
So that fell through. So now he's trying to run for the Ohio governor's post.
Right.
And
so,
it would have been possible for him to run to be in DOGE and run for the Ohio governor's post. So that is one thing. But according to reports which have come out in the press, he has not really contributed to the DOGE's functioning or the thinking process since early December. So it was very much on the cards that he was going to go.
Yeah, it was very much on the cards. But Pramit, give us a sense of where Vivek Ramaswamy is headed. Given the fact that he's the guy who's raised all of the issues that Donald Trump is now acting on, whether it is about race or gender or H-1B visas, he possibly made up Trump's mind on H-1B visas. And now he's the first casualty of the government, it looks like. He's out of the administration.
So I'm not completely surprised. If you look at Trump 1.0, the door kept revolving very rapidly.
Yes.
I'd say the average lifespan of a minister in Trump 1.0 was about 16 months maybe. So there was an expectation that we would start to see people moved out before even the end of the year. But this was unusually fast, I agree.
Right.
And I think if you saw the article, I think it was Politico that said that his jocks versus nerd tweet,
Yes.
which got 51 million views and something like, or 11 million views and 51,000.
More than 200 million views, yes.
Yeah, and so he got a huge, massive, and mostly negative response because in many ways he was criticizing the culture of the white working class of America, the very base of the MAGA voter, and saying that you people are the reason why America is not what it is, which is not exactly what Donald Trump is saying.
Right.
So he was clearly out of alignment there. And I think one of the problems that we'll see with Ramaswamy and to some degree with Musk is that if you're the culture of a Silicon Valley tech entrepreneur, is often very aggressive, very pushy. They take pride in that. Even a mild-mannered individual as Bill Gates, if you read books about what he used to say in private, his language is basically that's killed that kind of stuff. So that's the way Silicon Valley thrives. That's the culture that's there. But this is completely not what you do in domestic politics.
Right.
And Vivek, I don't think Ramaswamy did not make that shift or didn't seem to understand it. And I think social media brings out the worst in people because there's a tendency to write what you are thinking in, should we say, the heat of the moment, rather than thinking through your processes as you should in these cases. And so I think in this case, Ramaswamy fell afoul of the fact that he was a bit outsider within the Republican Party, that he didn't make that shift from tech to politics culturally, and was way too blunt and impolitic in his statements, criticizing, which he should have realized, was the very culture of Trump's voter base.
Absolutely. But Pramit, quick wrap-up comment on his future as the potential governor of Ohio. Does he stand a chance there? Ohio is deeply conservative. It's a Republican stronghold, and you have Vivek Ramaswamy coming in from Silicon Valley, this brash entrepreneur, not yet 40. Will he make a fit there?
My expectation is no, unless he radically changes his profile and the manner with which he communicates. What he's doing what he did right now definitely would not sell, in my view, in Ohio. J.D. Vance is also from Ohio, and he fits much better in with the culture of Republican voters in Ohio. So Vivek has many things against him. There, his background, his ethnic background, he's very openly Hindu also, that doesn't help. So Ohio will be a difficult play for him. So he has to reinvent himself, if you wish, if he's going to succeed. Ohio's not in great economic shape. It's a sort of Rust Belt state. It needs to reinvent itself. He has to figure out how to do that in a manner, should we say, that is a little bit more empathic than his present
Absolutely.
language.
So possibly looking at a Vivek Ramaswamy 2.0 going ahead, Pramit Pal Chaudhary, the fact that 2026 could be a very critical year for Vivek Ramaswamy. So he's down but not out yet. Thank you very much for joining us, gentlemen. Ambassador Das Gupta, Pramit Pal Chaudhary.